So the main question is, am I going to be a Kathleen Kennedy simp or going to be like the critics from the Cannes Film Festival? Let's find out. Basically hockey here with the Blue Futon reviewing Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. What's this about? Pretty simple freaking premise. We gotta kill Nazis, okay? And now the Nazis are trying to find a dial to put it back together to go back in time to make sure the Nazis win the war. Period. End of subject. So did I like this film? I had hesitation going to this film, okay? The Cannes Film Festival critics, did not like it so much. Critics now are like, oh, it's not so bad at all. But you don't know if they're being a Kathleen Kennedy simp. That's what the thing is. But when I left the movie theater, I go, mixed bag. Huge mixed bag. Every time Harrison Ford was on screen, enjoyed it. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, 90% she was on the screen, I hated it. And that's the thing. Not because, oh, you must hate strong women characters. No. Terminator, Alien, Columbia. Was it Columbia? The Zoe Saldana movie. There are plenty. Crawl. There are plenty of strong female characters. But this one, she's a narcissist. She's incapable. She's annoying. She's greedy. She is all about herself. When she has people die because of her, she's just giddy about it. Like, it's like, I hate you. I hate you as a character. And just her, her arc is so damn annoying. But like I said, when Harrison Ford is on screen, I enjoyed it. So let's just talk about the positives as a whole when we look at the movie. I think the movie looks okay. I know that's not positive, but there are some parts where I'm like, okay, that's some good realism. But then other parts of the movie, I'm like, that's some bad CGI, or the movie just looks glossy. That is what I like, and that is what people like about the Indiana Jones trilogy, is because it's usually miniatures. It's usually out in the open. People are getting dirty. This one, no one really got dirty. Everything was glossy. Everything was fancy. The only person that really seemed like they had makeup on them was Mads Mikkelsen when there was an explosion here or there. Or maybe some blood effects for someone getting shot. But with their faces, everyone looked beautiful. Unlike Extraction, there was grit. Everyone, that's where you gotta do the makeup test. And Indiana Jones, the Dial of Destiny, does not pass the makeup test because everything looks the same. All right, well, let's talk about the score. John Williams. It's Indiana Jones' score. It's nothing more, nothing less. This is literally Nothing Berries. The South Park. Is it Nothing Berries? Or Member Berries? Yeah. It's probably the same thing with Berries, Member Berries. About just like, yeah, it's Indiana Jones soundtrack. It's pretty cool. It's chill. And maybe I'm confused, too, about the whole moon landing, Apollo 11 backdrop in, like, the second act-ish. I don't know what the significance of that was, of adding some American stuff and anti-war stuff. So I was a little baffled at that. Why was that in it? Was it supposed to be for a specific significance? It was supposed to tell us what time of year we're in. But it kind of almost felt out of place on some levels. And like I said, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, okay, so we're still talking about the positives. Like I said, there are some good action set pieces. But with the action set pieces, it's almost like I could compare it to Uncharted. We go to scene to scene, to scene, to scene, to scene, to scene, and we have little bridges here and there. I personally thought in the Uncharted was a lot more fun movie than this. It just felt like another glossy movie, and I think what helps with Uncharted is you have a video game to go with it. Here, you have 4 movies before it to kind of, conclude this 5-movie saga. What you should have done is brought Short Round back in, okay? That would have been way better, and I think that would have been more better for the Member Berries. This is my opinion. Okay, my biggest issue is probably the story of what they decided to do. Yes, it's some coolness to it. Phoebe Waller-Bridge and the ending. So let's talk about the ending first. I think the ending could have been a little bit more edgier with what they should have done, but they decided to kind of go the safe route. All right, Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character and what she does. Okay, everyone knows kind of at the very end, if you know it, that Indiana Jones, okay, let's talk about this. Indiana Jones takes punches from a shit ton of people in this movie. But when Phoebe Waller-Bridge does it, she knocks him out. but no other dude can knock him out. And there's this dude there that's no shit, like a 7-foot sumo wrestler. Then you have other guys that are punching him in the face even harder. He's just like, oh shit. But when Phoebe Waller-Bridge does it, she knocks him out in one hit. What? Is this some girl power shit? Okay, and then also just her character as a whole. Throughout the movie, like I said, she's a narcissist. She's greedy. She's an ape. She's incapable. She's a smartass. She is giddy when people die and gets her way. That's what is really frustrating. She knows she's going to backstab Indiana Jones. And in doing so, she doesn't care who dies because all she wants is cash. Like, those people, it's like, how am I supposed to be like, oh, yeah, I enjoy that character? No, all they do is backstab. They don't care about anyone. They will let people die for their own personal gain. Especially the part where they're on the boat, right? She's just like riding the boat, like, oh, that was amazing. And then, like, literally 7 people died. And Indiana Jones is finally like, yo, people have died. And she's finally like, oh, sorry. It's like, how am I supposed to like a character that's like that? Like, and then one scene, she's like, oh, how could I not make it on my own? I'm smart. I'm beautiful. And it's like, and the whole capitalism line is really freaking annoying because they're saying, oh, who stole it from who? If you actually watch the story, it's like, technically, no one stole it from someone because it got lost at sea. So you found it. So it never really was stolen. But she's like, it's capitalism because I'm stealing it from all of you. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up. So overall, I was expecting a bombastic, shitty fucking movie. It was a fine movie. So, I mean, can I watch it again? Maybe. It starts strong. It really does. But then when you slowly get into Phoebe Waller-Bridge's character, you realize you're not a good person. You're not a good person. Why should I be rooting for you? And the ending, it could have been so much fun. And just Shia LaBeouf's character, they just kind of write him off 110%. He dies in like the Vietnam War or something. But overall, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, there are some good actors in it. Indiana Jones, Mads Mikkelsen, some people I could care less about, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. It's just another blockbuster that doesn't really hold its own. Like I said, if you're telling me to watch this or Uncharted, I'm watching Uncharted 9 out of the 10 times. So Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny will receive a 2.5 out of 5 with Futons. It goes at 50%. Yes, could I have gone to 60? Sure, but it was too glossy, generic. I mean, and it could have been a little bbit more edgy, and it just wasn't. Critics' news scores, let's find out. Critics say 66% with 238 of them. Audience score 88% with over 250 critic consensus. It isn't as thrilling as earlier adventures, but the nostalgic rush to see Harrison Ford back in action helps Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny find a few final bits of cinematic treasure. Sure, you could say that for sure. Oh, 3 negatives off the bat. Bam, bam, bam. We got C's, 2 out of 4s. 1 out of 4, 1.5 out of 4. They did not like this at all. 6 out of 10, 6 out of 10, a 10 out of 10. This person gave it a 5 out of 5. It's a true pleasure to see Indiana Jones back on the big screen where his adventures belong. After all, not in the years. It's Houses of Hunt. This is not a perfect movie. You don't give this. I can't say they're wrong, but they're wrong. All right, so. Yeah. Is it horrible? No. Is it amazing? No. 50s. So 50, 66, 88. Chase Ock with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what things moved on Toby. Futon's going to have a great day. Not care what to take tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. I love every single one of you. But yes, that's what I would call her. Narcissistic, greedy, an ape, incapable, I don't want to say dumbass because she is smart on some levels, but she's just uppity is not the right word either. Like, she is just so, maybe it is just narcissism, but there's another word I want to say, but I'm just not, it's like one that she's just a know-it-all. She thinks she's fucking like hot shit. She walks through like, everyone pay attention to me. And it's just like, no. And there's no way you're knocking out Harrison Ford in one punch. No.